Hello, my fellow Aldi addict, it's Jackie, and I'm in a different Aldi to do my weekly grocery shopping because I have such a small haul this week. Again, we're traveling. I know it sounds crazy. I cannot believe how much I've traveled in the last 6 months. Never in my life have I traveled this much. Anyways, we have our actual full family vacation that was planned many months ago coming up. And I only have 2 days of meals to plan before we get there. So I'm going to get into Aldi, get the goods. Anything I can't get, I will also get at Meijer. But I had to pick up a couple random things out on a different side of town, stores that I didn't have local to me. So I'm heading up a different Aldi. Normally I avoid this, but since I don't feel comfortable in my own Aldi knowing where everything is, I figure, what's the difference? I'll poke around here. So let's go. In all the years I've been filming Aldi videos, I've only been recognized once in an Aldi, and it was at this Aldi, and it was actually by an employee who said he loves my videos. Is he still here? We'll see. I just tried one of my first ones of these. It was super good. It's a little high in sugar, and if that doesn't bother you, it's a lot of protein and tastes delicious. I had the coconut one. We have a few apples at home, but I'm getting very little fruit because we don't have much time to eat it, but my kids like bananas, and the good news is I can freeze them if we don't eat them. I'm actually gonna get all of these. Last week, by Monday afternoon, 5 of the 6 bananas I bought were gone. We have some of the, we have some mixed greens left, but Mila likes to make her salads from this instead, and both nights we're having salads with our dinner. $1.89, I'm getting this. I really had to work for this garlic. A lot of people in this area must love this one because I had to reach all the way in the back there, but it's $2.69, and stromboli got moved from last week to this week. My kids were gone, and I ended up just using leftovers for dinner that night, and I'm glad we moved it because we didn't have any green olives, and we love olives. So I'm gonna have olives and some of the stromboli. Me and the kids devoured cut up green peppers. I ended up cutting them fresh instead of making them like fajita, and oh my goodness, we all ate them like so quickly. So I'm just gonna get a 3-pack. I'm just looking for one that looks the best. That looks pretty good. Some of them have small peppers in there, but I'm gonna get these for $2.59. The night before we leave, I'm making one pot pasta, which is a family favorite. It's like a different version of spaghetti, but I like it way more. It has fresh basils, chunks of tomatoes, and I love to put Parmesan on top. $2.79. Well, my husband asked me to get Fruity Pebbles, which I told them they didn't have here. And I meant they didn't have the Aldi brand. So they also didn't have the Aldi brand cereal that he wants, the sugar snacks. So I'm gonna get these, $4.05. Aldi, this is my plea. Make an Aldi version of these. My Aldi actually doesn't even usually have Fruity Pebbles. $1.95. When Kel, her dad asked for cereal, he asked for the cookies. One pot pasta, I use vegetable stock. I need a little more than this, but I just make the rest with better than bouillon. This is $1.69. I can't remember if I need 1 or 2 cans of diced tomatoes, but I use it in so many recipes that I'm just gonna get 2 and make sure that I'm set. 89 cents. I was hoping to see red wine vinegar. I'm almost out from making all of the bean salad this summer. My Aldi keeps not having it. I'm not sure if this Aldi will have it. Doesn't look like it. Oh, wait. There we are, yay! Bonus for shopping at the new store, $2.89. We are almost out of olive oil. I feel like I just bought this, so either it was misplaced and we'll find it someday, or I really did use it, but $7.25. Oh my goodness, they are really low stocked here, and you can see like they have salsa in the freezer. They have a bunch of these garlic breadsticks, but they're $8.49. So I'm not gonna maybe be able to give you any useful information, but they're really low stocked. Like a lot of older things and a lot of empty space. Even on the other side, it's very picked over, so I don't know if it's more this area or just later in the day, who knows. But they do have these cheesecake, a New York style cheesecake and a strawberry swirl cheesecake, and they're $10 a piece. That is one thing when I was in New York City I didn't try. Cheesecake isn't like the end all be all of my interests, so I didn't prioritize it. Still a little bummed I didn't find one that seemed appealing, but I also didn't seek it out. But if it's your favorite, it's here. I legitimately emptied our cocoa making no-bake cookies this weekend for my girls to take to the lake with some friends, and they don't have cocoa here. I forget, it's probably a seasonal item for Aldi, so hopefully I can remember to put it, or to get it at Meijer here. I'm low on so many seasonings. Obviously I love to get them here. Garlic powder, $1.09. Garlic salt with parsley. I don't know why they only sell it with parsley, but honestly, do I care? No. Parsley I also need, $1.09. And then onion powder. So 4 of them. I wanted to get seasoning salt. There it is, $2.89 for that as well. I could not believe I was out of my big guy of this. I went to refill it and it wasn't there. So when I refill my spice containers, that's when I try to buy new ones so that I have more to refill it with. And I also want to get a stir-in basil tube. Now, I had 2 of these open in my fridge. I wanted to use it earlier this week, but they're only good for 4 weeks since once you open them, and I know it was longer than that. And honestly, did I really want to attempt it and maybe ruin a dish? No. But I'm getting more of this so I have it on hand next time I want it. I'll just wait to open it. $1.99. And I know I just bought this, but we've baked a lot lately. Mila made a cake. I just made a double batch of cookies. I also made a streusel, or not a streusel, a strudel. Vanilla's gone again, $4.99. I'm so excited to report back that no one knew that I used chickpea pasta when I did half chickpea, half regular. Now, did they love the peppers in it? No. So that was what, actually some people didn't mind it, but that was the biggest mentioning, is how it tasted a lot like mini peppers, but no one noticed that I used chickpea pasta. So I'm gonna try that again. Not right now, but another time. $1.99 or $1.95 for linguine. This is for the 1-pot pasta. It's just what reminded me to tell you about the chickpea pasta. I am gonna get one of these to have as I'm running errands. I'm just trying to find which flavor I want. I was also hoping to see my plain water here. Just maybe they had excess, if they don't. But I think what sounds best to me is maybe raspberry blackberry. I'll get that one, 69 cents. Elsie wanted me to get pineapple juice. I did buy a bunch of pineapple juice a while ago at Sam's Club, and she would use those little cans. Next time I go to Sam's Club, I will get it again, but she will like this, $4.89. I am getting a case of this water, $4.15. I also used the rest of my aluminum foil when I was making baked potatoes. I need more of this, $4.25. And then I also need storage bags, gallon size, $1.69. Another thing I'll probably end up getting at Meijer, but Elsie wanted me to get Vaseline. I'm guessing like a moisturizer pack of some variety. They don't have Vaseline here. I thought maybe, but I've never looked for it, and I guess I know it's a no, or at least at this Aldi. And even though I knew it was unlikely, I was really hoping they would have Aldi finds out early. I know my store generally doesn't, but I thought maybe a new store breaks the rules. I really want some of the Halloween stuff for Elsie's birthday. She really wants to get into decorating the bathroom she uses seasonally in her own bathroom, but they don't have it out. So hopefully being gone doesn't hinder me from finding some eventually, or I'll have to call on a friend. But I'm really glad to see they still have these. We have 4 of them, and as we're heading to Orlando in August, I wanted 5 so everyone in my family could have one of these. $6.99. I'm probably going to text my in-laws and ask if they want me to grab them a pack, because they're going to Disney as well. The 1-pot pasta calls for sweet or Vidalia onions. We'll get this pack, $1.99. But this is an important part of the 1-pot pasta. Right when I walked in, they have these things called Sasquatch rolls. They have Asiago cheese. That actually looks really good. You heat them up and serve them. I might get these. It wasn't on my plan to buy a bread to go with the 1-pot pasta, but I feel like my family would really like this. So I'm gonna grab them. They are not priced. Oh wait, they're $3.49. Pretty excited about this right as we walk in. Bonus, they also have s'mores brownies. I've seen these Dolce de Leche cookies, more s'mores brownies. Okay, I didn't hear back from my in-laws, but there's a lot of them, so they come to Aldi frequently enough. And here is my cart. Any guess my total? Again, I'm making 2 meals this week, one of which I already have most of the ingredients, and then the rest is fill-in stuff like cereal or a little bit to put in the stromboli. My total is $77.93. Now let's head to the next store. I love it when one parking lot has 2 stores. Now I'm gonna head in here to get a t-shirt for Disney. I'm crafting. And then I'm gonna head over here to get some coffee syrup. $2.99 a piece for costumes for Disney. We're going to a not so scary Halloween party where we can dress up. Any guess what these are? Okay, so my total is $634, and as I said, we're going to a Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. Yes, it starts early in August, but we love it, and it's the only time adults can dress up, or at least the only time that I know of. My son and husband are having matching costumes. I'm going a little DIY, and now we're heading into World Market. Okay, the only reason I'm here, well, it's right next door to where I had to go, so I've been waiting to be close to get the sugar-free coconut. We ran out of that since I got my Breville, and it is my personal favorite syrup. My son also really likes it, and I don't know if I have mentioned, that milk from the milk I get at Meijer that's high protein, he loves it when I make him a latte from it. So I use a sugar-free syrup, decaf espresso, and a cup of that milk, and he gets 14 grams of protein, and he's the one that's hard to feed. I made the mistake of looking on my way to the register. I'm also getting this. So I have short hair and large claw clips don't work. I have not found a small one that I really love. I love the colors on this. Yay! Okay, so the claw clip and the syrup cost me $19.46, and now we will head to Meijer. We are also at a new Meijer because I'm on a different side of town, but I've been here plenty. Thankfully, this Meijer feels very similar to mine. It's just larger. Oh my gosh, look at this gorgeous basil plant. Yes, this is gonna make such good one-pot pasta. I'm excited. $3.29 for this. It smells amazing too. Fresh basil is one of my favorite things ever. 79 cents each for large bulbs of garlic. I'm gonna get probably just one. Broccoli crowns for $1.89. This wasn't on my list, but with the peppers, cut up broccoli sounds really good. And we have dill dip that's I need to use before we leave, and I love broccoli and the dill dip, so apparently I came with hungry eyes. Okay, I'm gonna get the Meijer brand of cocoa. It's $5.19. Holy schmoly. Good thing is this lasts us a long time. I think Matt uses it sometimes, but literally the only thing I ever put it in is no-bake cookies, and they're worth it. But you guys can guess who asked for this Traverse Bay Cherry Fudge $4.59. Me. Dang it, I wanted to get the whole milk for the Dairy Gold. They don't have it. Ugh. I guess I'll get 2%. Hopefully he doesn't notice a difference. It still gets 14 grams of protein, but $4.49. They don't have Layla's favorite spicy chips here. Darn it. Oh well. Let's see if I can find a Meijer brand hot chip. Something different. We'll get these. Hot chili and lime. We'll see. $3.29. Okay, Matt wanted me to get him Twizzlers for the plane. And I'll tell you, I love candy, but I hate licorice. Ugh. As much as he likes it, that's how much I hate it. $3.99. But he'll be a happy guy. I'm a little surprised there aren't more mints, but Elsie wanted me to get mint mints, and I'm gonna get these, $2.99. I don't know. I don't know that that's what she wants, but we're getting them. Okay, heading to the other side of the store to get some health and beauty stuff. I needed toner, $5.99. I spilled some of it, so I didn't feel like I bought it that long ago, but I also need to refill my travel container. Use this every night, every morning. Again, I'm not really sure why, but I'm getting Vaseline. It says Elsie asked for it, but my girls sound so similar. Sometimes Alexa thinks Elsie's Mila and vice versa. But here we are, $3.69. Okay, there we have it. Here's everything I'm getting from Meijer. Any guess on the total? Okay, I ended up getting those mints too for $2.99. And I'll give Elsie whatever one she wants, and I'll keep the other ones in the car because we could always use a mint every now and then. There's my total. Now let's go home and see the meal plan. As I was leaving, I saw my garlic bulb. I can't not get my garlic bulb. So I'm once again in line. Okay, there we are, 79 cents later. I'm finally ready to head home and show you the meal plan. Okay, here's my meal plan for the week. Tonight we are having stromboli. That's pretty much leftover from last week. We'll have it with salads and dip it with marinara. I did add green olives, so we'll have that in one of the strombolis. I have 2 pre-made crusts. Should be easy. Tuesday, we're gonna have one pot pasta. This is kind of, in my opinion, like a fancier version of a jarred spaghetti. You cook everything in one pot, but it has slivered onions, slivered garlic, it has fresh basil, pasta, and crushed tomatoes, veggie broth. You cook it all together, and then the starch from the pasta actually kind of makes the sauce creamy, in my opinion. We'll have the Sasquatch rolls with that and salad. If you want to see a video making a one-pot pasta, you can check out this video right here. Thank you so much for watching. Ciao down and ciao.